My mind can get very distracted very often. Sometimes, like, just a fly on the wall can get me distracted. Someone sneezing or anybody doing any slight movement, I get distracted. I realized over time that this distraction was not just for external factors, but also it was especially internally. There's many people who are saying that we are the most distracted generation ever, that we are more and more distracted, that everyone is getting even more distracted compared to like 50 years ago, 100 years ago. No brainer, it's due to all these technological devices that we have and the exposure to many different things, not just in terms of technology, but also just in the food industry, in the clothing industry, in the fashion industry. Everything is trying to take our attention from us, and it's just screaming, look at me, try me, and taste me. And so the more distracted that I get, and the more difficult it is for me to go forward with my life. As I was mentioning a few videos back, time is so very important. It is the most precious thing that we could ever have in life, even more important than money. Money, you can lose it and make it back even more, but time is not something that you can multiply or make longer. You are not promised tomorrow, and for that reason, time is the most precious thing that we have at hand, and we truly cannot control time. Getting distracted and losing time can potentially lead you to a shorter life, meaning that the actual amount of time that you are dedicated to your family and friends, to the people, to the moments that you will actually cherish the most before dying, are getting shortened and shortened by anything that is catching your attention, willingly or unwillingly. One of the first things that I've done that has led me to a much, much clearer path would be to cut out all distractions, apps, especially Instagram, TikTok. YouTube is something that I can get around with. I can actually get around YouTube. It is helpful. I also have to be mindful of how much time I actually spend on YouTube. But at least I'm getting something. I'm getting actual viable information in a way a bit more digested than the 3 seconds, 3 minutes. I'm not saying that you cannot find educational content on TikTok and Instagram. I am on TikTok and Instagram, but it is so short that sometimes I wonder if I've learned anything after scrolling for 2 to 3 hours. Whereas if I'm watching a long form type of content such as YouTube, even a 2 hours YouTube video, I am sure I'm going to learn more. Like, my mind is going to retain better. I also have this thing where even while studying for my own stuff, I have to take much longer, and I kind of have to go over the topic over again. Like, for me, switching from topic to topic so quickly, it's just a recipe for disaster, and I already know that I'm going to forget everything that I've listened to 2 minutes back. For that reason, I've kept YouTube for the most part. I'm slowly but surely getting back into Instagram, and TikTok for now is still on hold, as in deleted, and I'm not using it. I do have the accounts, and I'm planning to actually get back on them, but to use them in a more productive way. I've decided that I'm going to go back to these instruments, to these tools, because they can be very useful tools when I'll know how exactly to employ them in the most productive way. And that's what I'm trying to do. I just want to bring something that is informative, of course, with a little bit of entertainment, because we don't want, I'm not into boring content, but the main focus will be information, and I'll try to be as meticulous as possible. Of course, no one is perfect. It's never going to be perfect. You're going to find a lot of stuff. Even the most studious person is going to come up with some things that you actually have to be like, just let me double check. And that's why it is so very important that you double check the information. Like whatever it is being said to you, even my video as I'm speaking right now, just, double check it. Try to get some references about it. Try to see if it actually fits your life. Because for me, some things from a video I've taken like some especially good things, but at the same time I've also left out other things that I deemed not useful for my life at the moment, or I haven't found any reference to back it up. So actually do the work. Try to think critically and do not just consume content, but actually ask if this is valid or not, and if this is valid, especially for your life, particularly for your life or not, if it's useful or not for the moment and time that you're living in. Going back to distractions has actually helped me to gain back my own life. Literally, I feel more autonomous. Before, I kind of felt kind of like lobotomized. It's a weird feeling. It was like I was thinking, but I was not thinking, and it felt like I was living out someone else's life. As I've mentioned many times before, I felt like my life, like the direction and the actions that I was doing was not aligning with the person that I ultimately want to be. And so this like contradiction has led to so many internal struggles. This is all due to distraction. This is the first step. The very first thing that I have done was cutting out all distractions, and this finally led me to be able to free more time and to dedicate it for example, YouTube content creation and other stuff that I'm doing in the background. And so I'm so very thankful, and I'm getting more and more jealous of my time, and I truly want to spend it with the people that I love, care, and cherish. I just hope and pray, like, a mind that is easily distracted is also a mind that is easily manipulated, that is a mind that is easily distracted. It is much easier for others to insert their own thoughts and decisions and behaviors into you, like to instill stuff that you probably wouldn't even actually want to do. And that's probably why I was feeling like out of the rails. And so clearing your mind out, wiping it out, like pushing that reset button helps you regain that power back. And I feel more powerful than ever, and that's for sure. That is that. I'm sure there's plenty of things that I could have said, but for now, this is what I'm getting out of my mind at this moment. I'm sure that so many of you are struggling with this. It's not my own issue. I feel like it's like a this time type of issue. And so if you feel like sharing your own story, please comment below. If you like this video, support it with a like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.